Let's look at some Carolina Panthers practice highlights from Wednesday, September 24th, as some of these guys could be, maybe, getting more playing time this week facing the New England Patriots, as we got a very long injury report that we're going to get to here in just a second. But, everybody loves highlights. Can't give you as much as I did during the training camp time, but we can give you some of this right now. This video footage is courtesy of the Carolina Panthers, so appreciate those guys for making this available. Yeah, tight ends might, wide receivers and tight ends. We got some injuries on both of them, so you may see some new guys on the field this weekend because of that. Damian Lewis getting in some work, Mitchell Evans getting in some work, Bryce Young getting in some work. Hey, we're about to cut, and I'm about to go and talk about the injury report for today. Did some of the video recording today at the studio, did some at the stadium. So you'll see a little mixture of both, but nevertheless, we're going to get you guys up to date. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, a.k.a. Man of the People, bringing you the latest news and information about this Carolina Panthers team as they prepare to take on the New England Patriots this Sunday up in New England. Yes, yours truly will be there. So as always, I encourage you to subscribe, help us get to 15,000. We did kind of stalled out around 13,000. I don't know why. But go ahead and, if you haven't subscribed, consider doing so and turn on those notifications so you can catch me live this Saturday and Sunday up in Foxborough covering the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. But today is Wednesday, September 24th, and we're going to go into a few things. The injury report, Bryce Young and Dave Canales spoke with the media, and some other miscellaneous news. But first, let's take a look at some of these highlights. All right, so a little out of order there. Again, some of this I had to pre-record earlier today, and then I had to come to the studio and finish the rest. But um, give me just a second, actually. 1 second here. I need a pause button. 1 second, guys. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this injury report list, which is a little long, a little concerning, but then maybe not so concerning because of what players said. I don't know, but I'm going to break down this injury report list, and I'll let you guys decide on how you feel about it. Look how long that is. That is definitely our longest list of the year. Let's go ahead and take it one by one. Patrick Jones, our outside linebacker, did not practice with a hamstring injury. So for me, I'll give you a little hat tip. The most shocking or thing to be aware of from this injury report list is the amount of DNPs, did not plays. Limited in practice and other things could work, but DNP, I mean, you could be resting the guy to make sure that he recovers fully. Wouldn't be mad at that. Tomorrow is a pads day, so maybe why not give them the rest on a day where no pads so that you can have them full go on Thursday. And as I'm saying this to you, I'm thinking this seems pretty plausible, that you want to err on a Wednesday, give that guy that break so you can really see how he performs on a Thursday with the pads on, because that's kind of close to a game. And if he has something that really concerns you, you're gonna notice it when he's in pads on Thursday. Let's go ahead and finish looking at this list. We got Xavier Legette on here again for the second week, so that's a little concerning. I really don't believe that he was a DNP at all last week. So for him to do that this week, you can look at two ways. injuries getting worse, or they're like, hey, we really want to get this guy back, which is what I feel could be the scenario. We really want to get this guy back. Don't practice today. We're going to make sure that you're in the game on Sunday in New England. You also got Tetaroa McMillan. Didn't practice today with a calf injury. Now, Tetaroa says that he feels like he's going to be good to go this Sunday. So that bodes with my thinking that we're going to be a little extra precautious early on in the week to get these guys ready to play on Sunday. You got Jatavian Sanders, did not practice with that ankle injury. Deshaun Wharton didn't practice with a hamstring. And then DJ Wonnum did not practice with a hip. So that's 2, 4, 6 guys that did not practice today. Let's continue to work through the list. We got Rico Dowdle, running back. He got some rest today. Not really sure why we give the running back that's the backup rest on a Wednesday. He's not the workhorse, but he had a rest day. J.C. Horn, okay, rest day. Taylor Moton, absolutely a rest day. He's been getting them for years. And Hunter Renfrow, we're going to play the sound effects here. He did not practice today because he has the birth of his daughter. So congratulations to you, Hunter, for not practicing today due to that personal matter with your family. And kudos to you for taking out time to be there with your family and welcoming your new daughter. So now we're going to move over to press conferences. First up, Dave Canales.
Yeah, so JT week to week with an ankle, so we'll just have to kind of evaluate that as we go. T-Max just day to day. He's got a little bit of a calf, so we'll just take a look at him tomorrow, move him around, and then just go from there. Who else did you ask about? Yeah, Leggett, the hamstring, same thing. We're just evaluating him each day, see if we can get those guys both back out there. But we have to just push them. We got to see what their capacity is, and then make a decision from there.
So I just wanted you guys to hear Coach Canales on those guys and the injuries and the status of them. Didn't give much information, just saying like the guys are day to day, JT Sanders week to week. And again, McMillan says that he feels pretty confident that he's going to play this Sunday. So obviously JT is going to be out. Coker, not really an update on his status about when he's going to be coming back. So you got to at least think that's probably 2 weeks out, 2+ weeks out. And then with Xavier, that's the biggest question mark where you don't know exactly what it is. But again, I feel like they're giving him that surefire rest because there's no pads on Wednesdays. Come back on Thursdays, and then you're going to put the pads on. And that's a good time to evaluate those guys further. Now, with Tetaroa, Hunter was obviously due to the birth of his child. But if an Xavier, could more of your, could a guy like David Moore see some more reps? And Bryce Young just had some comments about David Moore and his play and how he's able to get on the field.
Yeah, just his consistency. Obviously on the field, just being, especially with his coaching staff in different places, being consistent everywhere. But it's really on how he carries himself and everything he does. Consistent and showing up early. Doing the little things in walkthrough and meetings, always locked in, knowing exactly what's going on, having the formations down, all that stuff. Just that consistency, it builds trust within all of us.
So those are a few comments from Bryce on David Moore. Again, when Coach Canales spoke today, he spoke about David Moore getting some more additional reps, Bryce and Tremaine getting additional reps, Mitchell and other tight ends getting more reps. But he didn't talk about Jimmy Horn Jr. And I know everybody continues to watch. I continue to watch. And I just feel like it just further cements that Jimmy Horn Jr. has some work to do before he gets on the field. Certainly hopes that is the case, that he will get his opportunities. But right now the guys in front of him are outperforming him. So that's your update for today. I do want to give you guys one other update. Pro Bowl Hall of Fame selections are kind of coming out. I say kind of because they're early cuts, right? They're down to 128 of their nominees for the upcoming Pro Bowl. I keep saying Pro Bowl Hall of Fame. But it's nevertheless exciting to see how many Panthers could be considered for that prestigious accolade. So at this point, again, it's 128, and it was 13 Panthers that are on there. So Lou Kuechly's on there, Steve Smith Sr.'s on there, Greg Olson's on there. Thomas Davis is on there. Ryan Khalil is on there. Jake Delone, Wesley Walls, Mushin Muhammad, John Casey, Charles Tillman, Eric Metcalf, and Lee Woodle. Those are your current 13 Panthers. The next cut is going to be down to 50. When we get down to 50, I'll let you know how many Panthers are remaining in that 50. Hey, thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, I filmed some at the stadium, and then I had to film the rest here live at the home studio. Not the home studio, the office studio. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me any questions. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks so much for checking in. Take care.